The curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change. This is a famous quote by Carl Rogers, who is a psychologist and an author. And I love this quote because it speaks to two key aspects of inner work that is going to support you in not only your manifestation practice, but really like living from your vision for your life, not bringing your past into your present and letting that create your future, but actually living from your vision. So you are bringing your future into your present and creating the life, the relationships, the career, the livelihood that is aligned with what you want. So again, that quote is the curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change. So I'm Jen Broyles, mindset and manifestation coach, transformational leader, and co-founder of Manifest Nation. And let's talk about what this quote means and how it relates to living from your vision, living from your desire, living from your wish fulfilled, which is the key to manifestation and conscious manifestation. Okay. So, in previous videos, I've spoken to two areas of inner work that are essential for amplifying your manifestation practice and consciously manifesting what you want to create in your life. And those two key areas are self love and self concept. And this quote speaks to both of those. The curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change. So, the first part of this quote is about self love. Self love is loving and accepting yourself just as you are. Nothing about you has to change. You are whole and complete just as you are. You love yourself fully. Nothing about you has to change. And when you are living in that place of self love where you fully love, like, and accept yourself, then you are primed to change, to transform, to level up, to step into that next version of you that has your desire. And that is the self concept work. Self concept work is the transformation work. Okay. And so they go hand in hand. They are very much linked. You get to do both. Okay. And so that's why I've done separate videos on each one. So you can kind of have some practices and some ideas of how to work on both. I would say for me, I if I started with one, I started with self-love because that was what spoke to me first at the time. And I knew that's what I needed because I wasn't loving myself very well. I was in a lot of self-beat up, inner judgment, criticism, and I knew that was not supporting me. So I started with a daily self-love practice of just reminding myself that I am loved, I love myself, I am a good person, and just really like nurturing. It's self-soothing, self-nurturing, reminding myself that everything is okay. I am taken care of. I am supported. You can even like hug yourself or hold your hand or imagine talking to a younger version of you, your little boy or your little girl, that maybe doesn't feel safe or secure. Just remind them that you are safe, you're secure, I got you, like everything's okay. And then, once you start to feel that to be true, then you can go into like more um, expansive self-love practices of, I am fully loved, I'm cherished, I'm chosen, I am wildly successful, I am prosperous, I am um, connected, I'm surrounded by so much love and support, but really doing that self-love work. And then clean and in previous videos I've said like self-love is claiming what you want to be true. So it's claiming what is true of you already that you want to amplify and expand on and reminding yourself who you are. Remind yourself who you are because you are powerful and you are loved and you are supported and you are beautiful. Remind yourself who you are, that you are worthy. Okay. And then, in addition to that self love work, okay, in addition to that self love work is the transformation, the work of transformation, the new self concept, the new identity that you are stepping into. Because if you're living in an identity right now that is not aligned with your desires, then you get to create a new identity. The shift happens in you, it doesn't happen out there. It's not about changing anything in the 3D reality. It's not about changing anything or anyone out there. The work happens in here. So the shift starts with you. And that is the work of transformation. So, what is the new identity that you are creating for yourself? It may be you are you're chosen, you're cherished, you are wildly successful, you're a millionaire, you're adored, you're respected, you're fully worthy of all your desires. Money comes to you easily. It's like effortless because of who you are. You are becoming this new version of you that has your desire. Okay, so some questions that you can ask yourself in terms of this new self concept that you're creating is like, one, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? And be radically honest with yourself about what you want. And who is that version of you that has it? Like when you think about, the thing that you want, your desire, who is that version of you that has it? Because he or she already exists, but you get to step into it. So getting really clear of who is that version of you that has your desire and becoming that person. So how would she think? How would she feel? Um, how would he walk around in the world? How would he spend his day? Getting clear on some of those questions and really becoming the person who has your desire. That's the work of transformation. So, for example, if right now your self-concept is someone who hides and plays small and isn't seen and doesn't feel worthy and, isn't confident and that's not working for you, right? Then your new self concept is stepping into the version of you who is fully confident, who is fully worthy, who lets yourself be seen and heard and understood, who takes bold, inspired action and who takes risk and is not so worried about other people's opinions. You're strong, you're powerful, and really start to feel into what would that feel like to be that person and start walking around like that person, start thinking like that person, start feeling like that person. Like you are powerful, you are worthy, you're strong, you're confident. Okay. So the curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change. It's all about your way of being. It's all about who you're being. So love yourself just as you are right now and really start to turn down the dial, turn down the volume of that inner critic, that inner judge, that negative self-talk, because that is not supporting you at all. Turn down the volume of that whenever you hear it, whenever you become aware of it, shift it. Start saying loving, compassionate things to yourself, reminding yourself who you are, that you're amazing, accepting yourself just as you are, while you're also becoming the version of you who you want to be, who you want to be. Okay. So I'd love to hear in the comments what really resonated for you, what landed for you, um, what you're working on right now, and where you get to go. And then also check out the description for limited time. You can join my 30-day manifestation challenge for free. So sign up for that and get 30 days of coaching and techniques and even breath work to support you in your manifestation practice. And also check out the link for Manifest Nation. And it's a great community that you can join to really connect with others who are consciously manifesting and learn and grow and expand in your life through this community. A couple other things I'll recommend, and I'll put links to in the description, are some of my breathwork practices that I highly recommend for you to incorporate for self-love work and for self-concept work. So, and they're also in my 30-day manifestation challenge. So that's going to be the best way to check them out. But I'll include a breathwork session on self-love and one for visioning, which is going to really help you get clear on what it is that you want and who is the version of you that has it. Okay, so until next time, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you back here on the next video. Bye.